Okay, so today is June 1st, 2022. It's kind of halfway through the year. This journey, this trading journey is pretty remarkable. I mean, I've been doing this almost 3 years now, and yeah, it's actually over 3 years. Started in 2020, no, 2 years. 2 years? 2020 April. When was the pandemic? Yeah, I started 2 summers ago, so April 2020, April 2021, 2022. So it's 2 years now. It feels like 3 years. It's the third summer. All right. Anyway, doesn't matter. So this today was quite an interesting day. I'm gonna do this recap talking about the day, how I traded the day, um, and then talk about the day itself, how this day trade, how it pretty much happened, and then also talk about what was the last thing I want to talk about now? Talk about um, I don't know. I'm kind of lost for words right now, but talk about essentially some things I learned. So yeah, okay, so talk about how I traded today. Talk about how the day went. Talk about how the day went in terms of the market itself, and some of the things I learned. I traded ES, MES, and MNQ, and like I traded all four indices. So I traded the NQ futures, the minis, and the micro minis, and I traded the micro ES and the ES as well. Okay, so first of all, generally, I was exhausted today when I started, and I didn't realize that my exhaustion was all to do with my tiredness and hunger. I hadn't had dinner the night before, and I hadn't had breakfast. So I went into the day frustrated, and I didn't realize I was. And I should have picked it up because I started scalping at the open, not seeing um, seeing the price action. I started losing initially, and then ended up figuring it out. I took a break, missed this whole drop. I actually took a short here, I think, missed this drop, and when this went up, I got out lost. And when I'm doing things like that, I know that there's something wrong. Um, I started trading hair. I shorted hair, scalped hair, took this short hair, took more hair, got out hair, then waited for this head and shoulders bottom, top. Actually, that's something I need to mark in my journal, the head and shoulders, because I haven't. I'm actually gonna put this in right now. Here, so these are some of the things I mentioned. So it's interesting when I see this happen. In hindsight, it's a lot easier for me to read, um, but during the during the day, it's very difficult because my state and my mental state affect things. But anyway, that's by the by. I just marked it. It should update here soon. All right. So going back to how we traded today, um, my approach today, like I said, I was a bit exhausted, and when I saw this, I thought, okay, we had a wedge bottom here. We broke the bottom of the wedge. Sometimes you get this is yesterday's low. But sometimes you get this sort of thing where you have close here, and then you have a bull bar. It wicks all the way back up, and then it comes back down, and you're thinking, oh, it goes up, and you think, okay, this is a major trend reversal, or at least a wedge bottom, and you have a reversal, and you're trading here. Why that wasn't so much the case was just purely based on the way it just kind of broke out through the moving average. Um, Initially, I went into this day thinking, okay, we had a drop here, a pullback, another drop, but we never tested this low. Even in the Globex, didn't really test this low. We look at the Globex chart. Yeah, so this was previous day low. This was what we did. We went, just stayed in this range, came up here, had a double top. So I kind of figured that, okay, fine, we'll come down here and go back up. If we didn't, we'll come down here and we'll go back up. And as you can see, we tested this area, went down a bit, tested Thursday's low, which is this is Thursday's open, tested it, went sideways. As you can see, there's a trading range here, so that kind of held us up. And then we went back up, tested the Globex low, which is here. No, sorry, this is the Globex low here, and then we came back down. It is interesting because you can see there's a gap that's closed. This is one leg down, pullback, second leg. And as I see it now, I see we have a wedge, one pullback, two pullback, three. I mean, I think I marked this already on the other chart. a double top. As I see this now, everything is all now making sense. It's funny when you look at the chart from this perspective, how everything just comes together. But at the time when you're trading it, nothing is really clear. If we put this on, say, let's do the 2 hour chart. I don't know why this thing does this. Every time I reset it to 180 days. Okay, this recap's getting a bit too long. And this is not the ETA chart, so let's look at black instead. And let me put this on, not the 4 hour, let's go to the 2 hour. All right, so yeah, looking at this, it's kind of obvious what's going on. You have one leg down, pull back. It's a second leg, right? Almost looks like a second leg because this is one leg, 1, 2, 3, wedge, pull back, and then you have a double top here, a second leg down. Oh wow, look at that, that's already happening. Pull back, and maybe getting for a third, maybe a wedge bottom. But you know, as you read this, things just start. When you see this open, where did today open? I think we opened round about here. You're not thinking, yeah, we opened here. You're not thinking that we're coming down here, even though we are. And so when we get down here, it shouldn't be a surprise, but it was a surprise to me. What was that? 4103. So if we look at the chart, 4103 was where? 4103. Yeah, previous day's low. So this is what we were testing. So at least we're coming to test, and we did. So you're thinking maybe we might have a double bottom. If we're not having a double bottom, we are having a here it is. What was it? This? No, I was looking at black. Here we go. So 4103 here. So at least if we don't get this, we're gonna break out and at least go for a measured move or some sort. Again, we'll pull back to this MA. It's funny now seeing this. I just aren't trading this chart, so I'm not looking at that. All right, going back to our recap. So as you can see, we broke out this trading range, broke out the wedge, went for a measured move down here. Some traders took profits here, and we start to wedge again. And when we're starting to wedge, you know that we're about to either test something, reverse, go into another trading range, and we were testing the previous day's low. Kind of went sideways here. I took a short here, then took one here again, got out break even here. I think I got out here again, took a short down here, and I think I got out over here. So lots of scalping going on. We wedged again, 3 legs down, and you can see there's a bigger wedge in play because this is a spike pullback, 1, 2, and 3. You have one pullback here, another pullback here, and then a third pullback. So we now went into a trading range, and this was the top of the range, at least the way I saw it. But you can see the bulls actually broke this top here. So when we had this bull surprise, it wasn't so much a big surprise because we had a nice moving average on the daily chart over here. So if we look at the daily, there's a moving average there. Let me look for it really quickly. Where's daily? Actually, do you know what? Here we go. So the daily chart, moving average there, holding us up. So very strong opportunity. I knew we were going to find some buyers there. It was just very, very, I just didn't think, just looking at the way we were trading here, and this gap almost closed, this wick almost closed that. So chances are we were going to get a bull surprise and this gap will be closed. The moment that gap was closed, bulls just kept on buying, and they even took out this high. So this range had a little breakout. We tried to stay above it, but failed because we tested this Globex high. I actually took a trade above here, went up here, took a small loss down here. I just forgot that if you have a strong leg like this, you expect a second leg up. This was a second leg up. I just didn't even think about it. And this was my target. Actually, it was slightly above was my target. And I think it was a 10-point target. I didn't take it. I, again, was scalping throughout the whole thing. Yeah, actually would have made my 10-point target. My stop was here at first, then here. Things were just not working out. We pulled back, and I thought, okay, maybe this is the wedge, and we're pulling back, and I took a short here, and then we went back up, and I was like, okay, this is not the wedge. I realized that this was the wedge. 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3. So this was the wedge, and I should have just stuck to it. Essentially, today was a comedy of errors. I was just not following price action. It's a good reason why they're buying over here. 50% pullback of that. I should pull that into my notes as well. The reason why they bought there, not only did they buy off the MA, they're buying off the thingy. So I'm just trying to write this down as we speak. As you can see, I have put the head and shoulders in. So this is a 50% pullback. So 50% pullback off MA. And so, yeah, it's not a surprise that they've bought off here. Um, I then was so exhausted at this point. I shorted here and I was scalping this region on NQ. Or MNQ, actually it was on NQ. I started taking shorts here. I took a long here with a lot of contracts, took a short here. I'm sure if I put my thing, you're going to see lots of trading. I think I over traded. Yeah, I was just scalping everything. Shorted here, got out here, shorted here, got out here. No, I got out here, shorted, got out here. Took some shorts here, got out there. Took a long here, I think, got out here. Took a short here, got out here. Why did I get out? Because I felt like this was I had one leg down, came here double top, so took a short again. Yeah, then over here, this is obviously over trading and tiredness. I was just taking in and out, in and out. This, I took a short here, got out here. And this is exhaustion. Initially took a short here, got out here. Did not wait for this, so this came out, and I was saying to myself, should I enter? And then when this closed, I took a short, and I was like, should I just hold? I was exhausted at this point because this is what 4 o'clock as the market's closing, and that was my day on that one. And that really well. I mean, I had all my trades were very good trades. I think I only lost one or two trades, but I had some really, really good trades here today. I really wanted to trade this, but I missed it. This was a nice two-legged pullback, shorted here, and then was very indecisive about this. All right. My MES trades were a lot better, and I think the reason why I didn't hold long on my trades was just exhaustion, real exhaustion. As you can see, all my measured moves were very good. Had a nice measured move bottom here. It's the final flag, so it led to this. And then you can see we had a 50% retracement, actually went past 50%. So therefore, it tells me that if we come back here, we're probably going to go back up. But then again, I don't know. Looking at the higher time frame, it looks like we may still go lower. I just don't know. Right now I'm exhausted, so I can't really say. Anyway, so we had an endless pullback over here. We had a breakout above it. I actually took a short here. This didn't really work out. Seeing wicks here did not break the moving average. So I thought we are going to test this, and we did. They were both here. We bought off this strongly, and at this point I thought, okay, we're going higher. We had this wedge top. So as far as the price action is concerned, everything there made sense. It's just hard to read while everything's happening. And some of the challenges are this. Here you have a wedge top. You've gone above the wedge, so going much higher. Bull surprise because you have a wedge top here, but this is broken up. In fact, I think I will. I've already marked it. So here you have a bull surprise, so you're going to get a second leg. So 1, pull back, 2, pull back, possible 3. It's a wedge that has failed, so we're going for a measured move. So if we do this from here to here, and that was an exact measured move target, as you can see around here. So this wedge top failed. So we're going for a measured move. Another breakout went all the way to the measured move. The second one failed. So this is two failures leading up to another bigger measured move. First measured move was a break of this trading range, which was here. Didn't actually do the measured move for this. I imagine it was probably, it's not this range, it's probably this. Maybe they put their stops here. So if we look at that to that, yeah, exactly, they put their stops there. It's funny, now I'm beginning to get a good sense of where these measured moves are, because I'm asking myself, why would you put your stop? I mean, some will put their stops here, some will put their stops here, but clearly they put it there. So that was a measured move for that, and then we had this double top and then this nice sell-off. If you look on the higher time frame, it looks like this is what's happening. We have a bull flag, so it's a nice spike. We had a test of this trading range yesterday, pull back, came back down and tested the low of Thursday, and we pulled back. Obviously this is a strong buy, we probably should buy again, and now we've tested this low here, closed the gap between this low and this high. So chances are this is probably not going to go very far. or if it goes, it probably just come down here and then go back up. Maybe test this low one more time, or test this high, and then go back up. I actually don't think we're going to test this low, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Anything can happen. So that was our trading today. Um, as I said, it was exhausting. I made a lot of good money today, but it's not the way I wanted to trade. I would have preferred to have taken this short here and then just held through this, and I would have been done with my day. But instead, I started trading here and started scalping all the way through. And scalping is exhausting, very exhausting. It's stressful, and trading is supposed to be fun. And if you're trading and you're getting exhausted, like I'm getting mixed signals here, I'm like, okay, we have a wedge top. It's also at the 50-minute MA. This is a very strong moving average. But I was treating this like a strong bear trend. I did not consider the fact, and that's something that I realized today. I didn't consider the fact that this is actually just a pullback, and we could get a deep pullback in within it. So looking at that, that was something I learned today and something to note. Yeah. All right, that was my day, and yeah, we'll see how we will trade tomorrow.